this is a um, all out war against people voting rights and stuff. It's an all out war. Go ahead, Superman.
I mean, just to touch on that a little bit. I mean, I said, a couple months ago in here about voting rights. It's not about someone cheating when it comes to voting. They know that we have, you know, 100 and something million people to vote in this country, every election, and we don't have people who are illegally voting. They know that. What it is they want to make it difficult for people who share our reflection to not vote because they don't like the way we typically vote in mass. So they want to change it and make the rules harder for us to vote. And, one of the guys, I'll just bring this up, was somebody was on our, comment section, basically talking about, why is it a problem that you have to show ID to vote? And I responded back to him and said, what state do you live in that doesn't require identification to vote?
Exactly.
I mean, I live in Virginia. We have to show our driver's license. We have to show identification. And not everything that we do in the United States requires identification. I mean, you use your credit card at the grocery store, at Walmart, at Lowe's, Home Depot. You don't have to show your identification when you use your credit card because it's based upon, the trust is based upon that company giving you a card that they've identified who you are. When you have a contractor come to your house and then you sit down and sign the contract, that contract doesn't show you his driver's license. He shows you a license. And that license has been approved by the state organization or state agency that has verified that you are who you are. So this SAVE Act is garbage. No one in this country is running around with an identification that hasn't been identified as an American to be able to vote. So this is just another way to try to change the narrative, as you said earlier, moving the goalposts to make it more difficult for people who don't typically vote for the ruling class to determine who their representatives are. They want to make it where they determine who your representatives are, who their representatives are, as opposed to you determining who represents you.
Exactly. Let's be real. Black voters have always had to navigate more obstacles just to participate. Long lines, fewer polling places, ID requirements that don't match how people actually live. Early voting has been one of the few tools that help level the playing field. And now with this SAFE Act, they want to take away most of that. The SAFE Act, like you were saying, is just, it's a rouge in that, like you said, if you're registered to vote, you've done everything you need to do as an American citizen to prove that you can vote. How many people do you know walk around with passports? How many people you know walk around with their birth certificate? I can tell you where my birth certificate is right now. And the last time I tried to order one, I was born in North Carolina. I had to go to a website, request the birth certificate, then they got to verify all this other stuff, and then I finally get it mailed out to me at some point in time. So it's just another obstacle. Yes, I can get my birth certificate. Yes, most people can get their birth certificate, but you got a lot of people that don't have the resources. You got a lot of people in America. People don't understand. A lot of people in America don't have a computer. They don't have a computer. And then they're the ones that do, they don't know how to use them. A lot of them don't have to use them. It's not just because you know how to do this, don't mean that most Americans know how to do this, So it's just another layer to put there because they know for the most part, and I don't mean this disrespectful, most Americans are just lazy. They don't vote. If you look at the percentage of eligible voters that vote and the ones that don't vote, it should make you ashamed of the American system because people don't participate. But then they sit around and they argue, fuss, and fight and complain because they say they don't have a voice. If don't nobody hear you on TV, if don't nobody hear you writing anything, on that day that you're supposed to vote, your one vote says a lot about who you are. Whether your person win or not, it says that you participated in a democratic society that your forefathers fought for and died for.
Yep.
That's what I got.
Yeah,